and welcome to the Boss Academy for Women Leading in the 6 steps to seeing it through. I'm talking about my personal journey through each of the 6 steps, and today we're going to be talking about the physical. All right, in the 6 steps to seeing it through, we have several steps that you should take if you are having a rough time on the job, or you're having a stressful situation, to keep yourself together and keep yourself at peace throughout this experience. Now, let me tell you, you don't have to do all 6 of these steps. You can do 1, you can do 2, you can do all of them. There's no particular order in which you're doing them. You can be doing them simultaneously because you're trying to move forward. But the one that's very important, no matter if you're going through a good situation or a bad situation, is physical. Your physical health. It is super important that at all times, just like really all these steps, you should be maintaining. But when you're going through a stressful situation, things tend to drop off and you tend to turn in and maybe get depressed or stressed and do things that are harmful to yourself when you should be really raising that level up. You may have, I'm spiritual, I go to church and I pray, but when the situation you're facing is bad, then that needs to be elevated, okay? I go in for a run and I go to exercise class here and there, and I don't eat too bad. Well, when the situation you're going through, you need to up it, because you don't need anything bringing you down. You don't need your health problems. You're already dealing with an enemy out there, so we don't need to turn our personal selves into an enemy. We don't need to be the enemy of ourselves. So, a physical, you need to get up and move. These situations on the job can be so bad that they can take you into a depression. They can take you into something you've never seen before. I mean, you can be very, very in a very dark place. And one thing about being in a dark place, the darker it gets, the deeper it gets, and the further down the hole you go, the harder for it is for you to come back up out of it. So you don't want to go there. You want to see it and then turn the other way. So after going through these different situations throughout my life, I spot the signs, and then I'm like, stop. All right, turn this way. Let's go down this path, because you know where it's leading. So physical, thankfully, one of the situations I was going through, just like most times when you live in an apartment complex, there's a gym. So I was able to go to my gym. I would focus on, I really wanted to build a strength. I didn't want, these wings underneath the arm. I didn't want them. So that was my focus. I was like, I'm going to get rid of these wings. I don't want the wings underneath the arms. I really want my thighs to be stronger. I want to focus on that. So I was focusing on that, trying to be consistent and go to the gym at the same time every day. Again, just like in the visual, I gave my mind something to focus on outside of that situation. So it's like, I'm focusing on this specific part of my body. I'm focusing on going to the gym at this specific time. I'm gonna go whether I want to or not, because I know I'm gonna feel better. I'm gonna do it before work, because I'm gonna walk and have that fresh air and going through my lungs, and I'm just gonna be in a better state of mind. It's gonna make me just pumped up, and I know that when I get home, I don't have to worry about it. Maybe if I do want to eat something I shouldn't, I know that I don't have to feel as guilty because I put in my work. So that is something that helped me. I got on a routine with myself and tried to reach my own goals. Another thing that happened physically, I had a friend who was a Zumba instructor who invited me to class. And I remember one of the first times I went to class with him, he's a dynamic instructor. I mean, just everyone loves, very exciting. But the situation I was going through was so heavy that it caused me to slow down. Like physically, I was carrying this burden. I could barely move in the class. I was just kind of going through the motions. My mind wasn't there. But a friend pulled me in, got me moving, gave me something to do. It didn't hurt that I was there. It definitely helped. It helped my physical health that I was there. And I also got back into water aerobics and swimming and being in the pool, which is always really relaxing. So I never let it was a time where I let everything go until I started to realize that I needed these things in my life, and I started adding that physical to it. So it is really important to be surrounded by other people. Take yourself out of that environment. Like for me, I work so many hours a day, 10, 11 hours of the day, plus driving there and driving back. I had to be in the house and in bed by 8:30 to be up by 4:30, 5-6 days in a row sometimes. So when I had an opportunity to get into another environment, it was important to see other people's faces, to know that there's a world out there that's waiting on you after you see this situation through, that you are not defined by this terrible time. And again, you can look at it in the other way. And I had to tell a friend this: look, I know you're going through a rough time, but eating, fried chicken and fried foods and burgers and french fries every single day because you're having a tough time, let me tell you something. This situation is going to end sooner or later, whether you end it or they end it or whatever happens, it gets rectified. Why are you going to be left with the remnants of the bad situation? So you're going to be left with the 20 pounds because these people treated you like garbage? How much sense that made? So now you're going to have 25 pounds and a heart problem and high cholesterol and diabetes because they was mean to you? That don't even make sense. It don't make sense. So if you're going through something, again, just like the visual, it could be hurting you inside, hurting your heart, the disappointment from you putting your faith into this opportunity that you thought was just going to be life-changing, and it turned out to be a disaster. There's hurt in your heart, but you should not let these people hurt you. You do the damage. You should not let these people do the damage to yourself. So you need to think about that, where it's like, oh, well, I'm pissed. Let me go grab the ice cream. I'm pissed. Let me just go grab the Big Mac. I'm going to just go home and just eat and just sit on the couch and curl up. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Do it 1 day, 2 day, whatever. But, no. Again, the job will end. The situation will end. It will be rectified. It will not be bad forever. Nothing bad lasts forever. But do you want to be stuck with this weight? Do you want to be stuck with these physical conditions that you now have because of what they did forever? Because once it's on, we all know, all are, it's a constant maintaining. Even myself, it's constantly an effort to maintain. So once you get up and you put that 20 and 30, sometimes that stuff never goes away. So if you put on that weight and that's your own, personal issue or your physical your health that is causing that, that's totally different. What I'm talking about is a direct impact of what you were going through that caused you to go into a poor physical health because of your situation. Is something you don't want to do because you may be stuck with that indefinitely, even when that situation subsides. So if you want to tell me in the comments below, please tell me how you use physical activity and your physical health to keep yourself motivated and see your situation through. Or you can tell me how you didn't do it and the repercussions and things that you learned from not taking care of yourself and what you will do the next time. Again, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I look forward to hearing it. Share this video with your friends, your sister girls, anyone who can relate, anyone who's going through this. This is directed for women, but I know men can, and anyone else can identify with these topics. So have a good day. Thanks for listening.